Alright guys, so welcome to the second part of this shipbuilding guide. So in this one I'm going to be showing you how to make a frame for a ship. So in the previous video I showed you how to make the plans. So that included a sideways plan and a bird's eye view plan. So you now want to start implementing that bird's eye view plan that you've made. You can just make one with that plan, but I would suggest to use the plan for this stage. So start at each end, so start at the highest point of the hull and just start adding in the plan. So get this the same height, same level. So yeah, it's quite a bit easy if you start at the ends, so you don't have to count this long section here. So repeat that onto the other side and you'll get to this stage. So it's probably best if you do install WorldEdit. So from this stage you want to start bringing it down to this level, which will be the final level for it. And I'm using the full rig pinnace for this plan, for this demonstration rather, as it's a pretty average looking ship, so makes for a good example basically. So you can see pulling it down to this level. And if you want to make any modifications throughout this sort of building process, you can, of course. Again, like I said in the previous video, it's probably best if you go for looks over realism. But that's down to you, of course. There we go, so you can then remove this. Spam these blocks. And you can start adding in these sort of sideways pieces where the decks are going to be sort of cut off, just like that. So once you've repeated that onto the other side or copied it over, you'll get to this stage. So now you want to start adding in the ribs. So I usually start here. Now you want to make these ribs sort of quite round. You want to aim for them to end up looking sort of pear shape. I actually think of it as an upside down light bulb. So you want to aim for aim for that sort of shape, sort of a round pear or light bulb shape. So just like that, and you want to put these ribs every 2 or 3 blocks. At the ends where there's more sort of change, I usually go for a 2 block gap, so I can add in more sort of detail to the plan. So you want to repeat these over. You can actually get this axe. Whoops. You can actually use WorldEdit to make this process a bit faster. So every 2 or 3 blocks. It doesn't really matter at this stage, this section. Just like that. Okay, so like I said earlier, try to go for that sort of round shape, so it's should be quite steep here, and then it should sort of bulge out like that, like a pear or a light bulb, as I said. Okay, so towards the end it might get a little bit tricky, so just try your best really. You can obviously fix it later on, try and get it as good as possible obviously. So yeah, once you've done that, you can flip it over like I said, and you'll get to this stage. So once you've done that, you can sort of look down the ribs, look down the hull, and make sure that it's like I said, a sort of pear or a light bulb shape. It will depend on which boat or ship that you're actually making, but you generally want to get that shape. So I'll show you a few examples, because like I said, every boat or ship will be different. So this is a tartan, so it's a bit sort of wider looking than the forward pinnace that I've shown you there. Show you it from down here actually. So it's quite round as well. And the light galleon that I've recently made. So this is probably the most sort of average looking shape that you'll see. So quite, like I said, pear or light bulb looking. Look at it from down here. Quite round again. Quite straight as well compared to a lot of ships. From here, that's quite a nice angle. And the Floyd, it's quite an odd example. It's probably the most pear shape. It's got quite a flat bottom to it, as you can see, and it's probably the straightest ship that I've made recently. And this is quite a nice angle from here. So I hope this sort of guide or tutorial has helped you out. So this will be the last example, but I will leave some pictures of examples to end the video. So as usual guys, I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.